Okay, everybody, we've got something special tonight going on here. We're going to be shooting the Panzer EG200, and we're going to shoot some ultralight loads here. Ultralight loads, 1100 FPS, 12 gauge, 2 3/4, 1 1/8 ounce, 8 shot. And we're going to do some nighttime shooting so you can see what that looks like. See the dragon fire coming out of the gun. And we got another special guest here. We have got what's going to be a shotgun light mounted to the receiver of the gun. So this is the shotgun light. Okay, it's the Slayer Max Red, and I got this at Home Depot for $60. And it's got 4 brightness settings: 1, 2, 3, and then if you hold this down, it's got an ultra bright setting, and then it's got 2 red light settings. So what I wanted, I didn't want to mount a light on the front end of the gun. I just wasn't into that. So I was thinking, well, how can I at least, is there some way I can get a light mounted to the gun that will at least give me some visibility at night so I can have some good target acquisition? So that's what I came up with, was mounting this Slayer with Velcro, and it's pretty strong Velcro. As a matter of fact, the Velcro is so strong it wants to rip the tape off of the gun. So I'm not too worried about it failing. But basically, I'm left-handed, so this is how I would hold the gun. Basically, it's on the receiver of the gun, and you can turn it on just by depressing the bottom there. And it does have, there is a shadow on the gun, but it gives you enough light that you can at least see what's going on, especially if you're holding the gun sideways like this, right? You can at least see what's going on. And it also allows you to see, it lights up the front sight really nicely. So that's cool. And I wanted to shoot these Remington Target loads. These are the ultra light loads. We have a history with these, okay? So initially, in the beginning of the gun testing, these wouldn't work. And after about 400 rounds, they started cycling. We were able to cycle 14 flawlessly in the gun at 400 rounds. And so now we're at 700 rounds. And I just want to see if I can get these, if these are still cycling in the gun. So we're going to give you a view of what it's like to shoot these at night. We're at a range. We're at a public range. There's nobody here. It's just a public access range out in the forest. And there's nobody here right now. I didn't want to shoot these at night in the forest in the dark. I wanted to go to a range just to assure that nobody's here. And over here, we have some balloons set up as targets. And we're gonna see if we can get that on camera also, shooting the balloons as targets. All right. Okay, so we got the EG200, and that's the normal light setting, the normal high light setting. So when you press a button, that's the automatic setting. And you can see the backfield really well. Okay, and there's a massive hillside behind us here. But we're going to be shooting down at the ground. So observing the targets is no problem. And you can see also that the sight is nicely lit by the light. So I can aim down the shotgun and I've got a bright white dot there for me. Now with the shotgun in the shooting position, there's a shadow on the right. But just holding it in the monitoring position like this gives me a fully lit front field. So that's a pretty decent solution to mounting a light on the gun without having to have something up here like a clamp in the front or having to like drill into the wood. So we're not going to shoot the balloons right away. What we're going to do is we're just going to shoot out into the field and you'll be able to see what it looks like, okay? All right, here we go. Right on. Chamber's clear, gun's on safe. We're shooting 7s tonight. So yeah, that's about it. Shot 7 just fine. Okay, let's reload. All right, we got 7 more in the chamber here. I'll just show you what it looks like shooting from the side view. All right, here we go. Right on. That's 7. Gun cycling great. Chamber's clear. Safety's on. All right, 7 more. Panzer EG200, Remington 1100 feet per second. Ultralight loads. Here we go. Dude, 7. Shooting clean. Chamber's clear. Let's load some more. All right. So we got a good view of the foreground, like at least 50 yards. I can see out there 50 yards. And this light setting is 500 lumens. And for this light, that 500 lumens lasts like 80 minutes. So that's real good for me. Here we go. 7 more. Right on. She's smoking. All right. Let's reload. All right, so scanning the foreground here works really well. Just turn the rifle, scan the foreground, turn the rifle back. And I got a really good sight picture here. The sight's nicely lit. Here we go, 7 more. Right on, smoking. Okay, now we're gonna load 2. Right on, here we go. Dude, she's kicking great. Love it. Smells good too. All right, let's reload. All right, here we go. Last set of 7 before we shoot those balloons. Here we go. Sweet. That's nearly 50 rounds. I mean, we were up to 700 last time, so we're working on 750 rounds. semi-auto. She's shooting real good tonight. Okay, it's balloon time. So we got our light. We can see our balloons really well here, right? Here we go. Loaded 6 in the magazine. Right on. Sweet. So that's it. She's clear. She's on safe. 50 rounds of super light target load. Function flawlessly in the EG200. So that's excellent. The gun seems to be working really well. And here's our tack light right here. Tack light's great. So it's not a perfect solution, but it's Velcroed on here. It didn't come off. It's on really good. And so I can take it off, use it for other things, put it back on. It'll sit in the bag nicely. I put it in the bag. And it's got red light too. So I can see with the red light, not as well, but it does have a red light feature for a low light situation. I can just put it back on bright. Right on. That's 50 rounds, EG200. Successful shooting.